Stovilla Elohim Ra again. Today I want to talk about how we respawn, responsible, not liable. You know, that's all. I don't know why I keep putting my back to you, but let's get to it. The spear is your S-P-I-R. It's like, that's the air, you know. Let's see, it's where you get the breath, you know, like Yahweh in the Yahweh is actually the breath as well. Yah is when you breathe in, and Way is when you breathe out, you know. Yeah. And spear is where you get spirit, spiral. It's made up. The spear, inspiration, aspire, to rise, coil, aspirin, perspiration, inspire, all that. But in your body, they tell you it's spear with the pH, which is a ball, Baal, Zebub, ritual, spiritual. Anyway, spear, the real spear, is made up of four elements. The body is made up of four elements. You know, you got water, earth, air, and fire. It comes to hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, and oxygen. Yeah. Those are the four things that your body is made up of. You created those four things. Hydro, that's water. Nitro, nitrogen, fire. Carbon, earth. Oxygen, air. And all these are, they're all lighter than the air. So when you die, that'd be your fire, pretty much. Like pyre, pirates, pyro, pyramid, fire in the middle, all that. It rises up. And I don't care what you heard about gravity. Those four elements are all lighter than air. They ascend, you know, and that's called Ra. And it raises up. It's radiation. And when it does, it's the top of the dome and collects here, and then it falls again as rain. That's how it works. Then you respawn. You don't learn your esoteric. S-O. That's the yin yang sign. S-O. Esoteric. Esoteric. Exoteric. Okay? You know those. Very important. Anyway. Okay. Now. Paper right here. And that also gives you, that's where you get spring, which is just a coil. Coils up, gets bigger, which is a sine wave. You know, just a different view of it. And that it's spring, right? Spring. It's just ether, which is the Trinity. Rearrange, respell is 3. That's the Trinity. It's green. This spring, that's a spring right there. The coil, it aspires up to great heights. That's the definition of aspires, to reach for great heights. You know, to rise. And then it's spring is verde in Spanish, or vern in Italian. And that's when everything turns green. Verde, green, spring. The vernal equinox. Everything turns green in spring. And that's where you also is where you get the word go, vern, mint. You know, go to the green mind. And after they rub it in your face, go green. Green means go. And green is just green. It's just the word energy. Yeah. Energy. Go green. Go to the green mind, which is the heart chakra. The center, the balance, you know. And all those elements, you know. And then you got helium, which comes from Ra as well. It comes from Helios, which is the sun. Burns helium, which heals you. It's like an upgrade to your double helixes, your DNA. Tribe of Dan, or like Andros, Andrew. It goes on and on and on and on and on. The sun is helium. It's also the heart, which is just earth, or ether. As above, so below. What it is, what it was, what it shall be. All the words have respellings to confuse you. It's just all the Elohim, the elemental charts. You also have Na, which is salt. It's worth your salt, worth your weight in salt, which is salvation. That's the secret. The secret is the secretions in your body that all taste like salt, salvation, saliva, all of it. Which Na also, Na, let me turn this fan on. Na would be nature, natural, nation, you know. It just goes on and on and on. You ever heard of all natural? It's gold. Au is gold on the periodic chart. The elements, you know. Which would be autonomy, which is basically just sovereignty. You know, that's what they're doing. Your mind is being mind. Then Illuminati. Your mind is being mined towards gold. Turn into lead because it's the lowest. Followers fall low, fall lower. It's false. They're the fallen ones with the phallus and the fallacies. Anyway, we already did that video. And this was, you know, AU is just another way they mix words around. They tell you you have a signature. You don't have a signature. That's a witch's sigil that signs you out of nature. The cursive letter, the letters are bonded. Bondage means slavery. And salvage is salvation again. The salvage and the bondage, you know. Then you have an autograph. Not a signature. It's all words. And you don't drive in a motor vehicle. You travel. Ra and L is in the word travel. You travel. Have the unalienable right. It means they can't put a lien on it. It's not alien. In an automobile. You know? And you are the author. 4. Forest field. The H's are silent. You know, you're the author. And the authority. You know, they're using words on you. Everything is word games. All of them. Word games. You know, it's all. They don't want you to know about the feminine, the magnetism, the Magdalene, the Magna Carta, the magnificence, the magenta, the magistrate, the magnesium, the magnitude. They don't want you to know about, you know. This is L, this is mag in the sine wave. They're using it against you. They're hiding this from you, and then they're lying to you about this. Well, they're both okay. They're both good. That's what they don't want you to know. Anyway, you know, it's just the words flip on that sine wave. All those words flip, like Barra, barrister, you know, Barra, the Bar Association, flips to Arab, you know. It starts as Abra, Kadabra, or Abraham. Rearrange it as Brahma and Sarah, Abraham and Sarah, Brahma and Saraswati, Cereal and Bran. Your head. Yeah. It's just all these words, like, I use this American Heritage Dictionary, and in the back it shows you what Pi, P-I-E, Proto-Indo-European. In the middle is truth. This would be Mayat as well. And all these, is the further out you go, like English is right here in the Germanic. And this is truth in the center. And these are all lies. You know, it tells you everything in these dictionaries. You don't read these. People don't read all these. You won't read it at all. It's got the alphabets in the front anyway. That's what I use. And then I get on the etymology website. It's all words. Everything is words. It's diction. Because they're hiding the feminine from you. Using that dick. The phallus, the fallacy, the palace, the lies. It's diction. It's all. You know. Penal. Codes. Penal institutions. Penal colonies. Penal ties. Penalties. Testy. Fly, as above, so below. Testy is below. Testa is above. As above, so below. You know, it says, what you bond on earth, you bond in heaven. So if you got slaves here, then you'll be a slave in heaven. Which is just your head and your mind. You know, trying to free you here. Free everybody. We should all be free, you know. All of us. Because they're using a word, you know. You have a hearing and you hear words. You know, you have a hearing and you have a case. I call it a case. That's your uppercase name, lowercase name, all caps name. That's the winner. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. C-A-P. Cap. That's the legs. That's your legs. Or legal. Legal. You know. Bullshit. That's what it is, you know. And it's all words, and they got terms, like prison terms, because you've been sentenced. You know, sentenced to a term by words. Then you go down to booking. Get booked into the jail. They're writing your history for you. That's what they do. You know, and it all has to do. They treat you like a book. They're being the author because you have a spine, like a book, which respelled spine is penis, or pines, or snipe. Probably more than that, but they just respelling those on you, and just be in mind, you respawn, you keep coming back until you know. Got my eraser. You keep coming back until you know this. Period. That's all there is to it. If you don't know how to free yourself, you're gonna always be bound, which is stocks and bonds. Stocks. Remember the stocks? These little things. You put your arm and your head in. Put you in the middle of town, let everybody laugh at you, throw tomatoes at you. That's the stocks. And bonds are handcuffs. You want some stocks and bonds? Okay. It's just, oh my goodness. It just goes on and on and on. We haven't even started yet. I can do a video every day for 20 years and never get it all out. Never get it all out. But that's gonna be it for today. I gotta run into the city and get some water. But it's time for truth. I love y'all. And hope this camera's working better. But I'm gonna be doing a lot more. I'm coming for their ass. The booty. The pirates. Men of fire. They want your booty. Homosexuals, you see the bundles of sticks, the fasci on each side of the president. Those are called faggots. Look it up. Bundles of sticks. They want your booty. They're using homophones on you, which is words respelled or words backwards. Which they use. They don't use words. What in the hell? They use wards. You was born in a maternity ward, making you a ward of the state under a contract from contractions. You know, you turned 18, it was the age of consent. You could remove yourself from that with words, not paper. Paper works written on dead trees. The pulp is just, you don't want to be a warden. And if you follow in their things, and you're a coward or a coward, the warden. Anyway, love y'all. Time for truth. Way past time for truth. And wholeness.